What? Welcome to Funday Friday. I am your host, Larry J. I know it has. Oh no, 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 no. I'm back. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? We don't win a lot. We went. We already 1 minute in the live, and I'm still funneling with stuff and doing some. But how are you doing out there? I know it has been a while. Um, just getting acclimated with different things, and and I want to thank all of you for your encouragement. And I hadn't been live in a while, and people was like, at first I had, I was thinking about. I was like, oh my goodness, I'll be going live, and it just be up here. It feel like it be me, but I know many of you watch my lives, and I really want to thank you for watching them, and I'm going to continue doing them as well. But I want to thank you all for your motivation and encouragement, because at times I felt down when I would actually do my live, so I kind of went on a little sabbatical just to get my head right, get myself together. And many times I was actually will be out and about, and someone be like, "Well, Larry, you still go live? You ain't did a live in a while. Are you still going live?" And that propelled me, and it. What many people don't understand, that actually means a lot, because it means I'm on the right track, even though sometimes I can get up here and you know, say things. Because guess what? Today I have my grapefruit juice. Cheers. And I can get out here and I can do a lot of things that may you know, just come about. And many people like, well, oh, I haven't seen you do a live in a while. Why you haven't went live in a while? And I'm like, I'm coming back. I have to, and all these different topics been coming. But it really means a lot that you're doing something right and good. When people look at your lives and they be empowered, they get motivated and inspired, they get laughter off of it, because that is the whole premise of these lives, not just to get laughter but to be empowered. And of course you get some inspiration in there. I throw my Bible scriptures up in there, and sometimes have to pray for the people along with pray for myself. So I want to thank you all for that. So by you being doing things the right way, doing things good, people have a tendency to follow and look at you when you're having a positive message. Now, on that note, y'all have seen the flyer. We want to give our condolences. Well, I can't say we, because I have seen somehow some of y'all been posting that stuff. I want to give my condolences to Kevin Samuels and his family, um, because he was a huge YouTuber. He had over 1 million subscribers. His content was more based, pretty much relationship oriented. Now, some would say he bashed women. He gave advice to women. Now, I'm telling you this because I would watch some of his content as well. And now I have to be honest. A lot of what he said, yes, it came off very harsh and was rude at times. It's not what you say, it is how you say things. So during his passing, I mean, people was like they dug that man out the ground. Let me put my chair They have dug that man up and set him up in a chair and said, "No, you're not gonna die right now because we still want to drag you. Don't think you're gonna die." So people have been dragging him. Now I started my live off to say because it's more negative towards him than positive. And even by watching some of his lives, yes, he was rude. He said harsh things to women. Many women did not agree with what he said and did not like what he said and how he said things. Now, I would say a lot of what he said was harsh and it was rude because I would see some, but many people they watch him for the advice, but some people watch him for the entertainment as well. Because you could see like how some of the women would be going off and he would just mute them. And so some of the women that would come on and they would appreciate him because they've gotten into a nice well balanced relationship and discovered some things about themselves, they get on there thanking him and he would just it it was like, niceness wasn't all there. And Ti, well, you don't know but you're gonna know now. So Ti came out with Ti said, this is not Larry J's words, this is Ti's words. Ti said, y'all are bullying that man. That's what he said. He said, y'all are bullying that man. Let him rest in peace. Now my sister said that he's a male chauvinist. Cheers to that. And so Miss Veronica, what's her name? No. Vivica A. Fox came out with an article today. Vivica, and I'm paraphrasing the article, she said that's what happens when you put out negativity in the world. Karma comes back and it comes knocking at your door, and you don't know which way and how karma may come at you. So it shows she didn't too much get nothing for him anyway. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family. I can't speak for some of y'all because I have seen what some of y'all been saying and hearing as well. So, you know, to each its own. But I say that as well to say, because I don't say that again. You have to be mindful what you put out there. That's why, because I'm quite sure if I go ask somebody else, be like, well, okay, well, Kevin Samuel's not here, and I asked them what their thoughts were. I mean, like people come up to me and like, well, Larry, you haven't produced a live in a while. When are you gonna bring out some more content? When are you going live again? I've had people that ask me when am I gonna interview them, and of course I'm getting around to that. But you have to be mindful. I mean, let's take observations with things. How you treat people determines how people treat you. Now, however, some people may not like you just because you ask them, "Well, why you don't like me? I am nice to everyone. I am nice to people. Why you don't like me?" They may just say they don't like you I just don't like you. I don't have no valid reason. I just don't like you. You're right. You don't have no valid reason. But see, that's more of a personal problem. But the more niceness, how you treat people and how kind you treat people, kindness get returned back unto you. The Bible even says, there's seed time and harvest. We'll drink to that. So some of you, please keep Kevin Samuels and his family in prayer. That's why I'm looking off to the side because I don't want nobody looking at me when I'm saying this because I'm quite sure I know a lot of your thoughts. Moving right along. I want someone to tell me where have we gotten off track where we taking dogs in restaurants like they children. I went to this restaurant, Bar Taco. I went to this restaurant and I went and picked up a to-go plate. I'm talking about a to-go plate. I had a to-go order. And I'm headed to my car and I see this guy and his gal, and he have this little backpack thingy on his back, but it's like a little shoulder bag with a little open little window. And I'm looking like I know he's not toting that dog up in there. That's not the first time I've seen this. And him and his gal, they waltzing themselves up in these people restaurant with little Fifi. Okay, to all of you that love dogs, I love dogs. I just now if you got them pit bulls with them muscles with them chests up in the front, pit bulls, Doberman Pinschers, and Rottweilers, you keep them far away from me because you don't even know them dogs. Those are wild animals, and you think, oh, he won't bite. Oh, Ruffles is just as nice. Ruffles is a pit bull. Speaking of pit bull, Ruffles is a pit bull, and you talking about some he won't bite. Then one day he just snap and he just tear you all to shreds like you a piece of meat out the marketplace. That's what happened to this guy. He had a pit bull, and they had gotten the pit bull before he was a baby. Don't nobody want to hear all of that stuff about if you get him in there, baby, they won't do it. Oh, okay, you keep singing that song. This is the song that you keep singing that song. So he had got, and so he let me saw his leg. When I tell you that pit bull, he was like my pit bull. He just snapped. I would. And so I said, well, what did you do to him when he snapped? When I tell you he started, you would have thought that dog was chewing a chicken leg off that man. That man had to go to the hospital and have like his calves sewed up. He had all of that wrapped up, and some of his thigh were wrapped up with patches on. I said, he tried to eat you alive. What did y'all do to him? Well, of course they took him to the proper place to let him know, this dog has gone mad. Now, my thoughts, I would say my thoughts, but because I'm on a live, I'm not going to say my thoughts. Dog, I'm sat up there and tried to eat my leg off. So he actually, that's what he said. And I'm like, see, this is why I don't be fooling around with them pit bulls and stuff. And for all of you, you like dogs. I understand. I like dogs. I just told you the dogs that I don't want around me. If that's your dog, that's your dog. Do not bring your dog if they one of them dogs that I just named a pit bull, a Rottweiler, or a Doberman Pinscher. I don't want unless they a little small little puppy, something that you could just. Ooh. But anyway, people start bringing their dogs in restaurants like they kids. That's and you'll probably hear some people reference, "Oh, I got to take my child to the nursery." And you're like, "Well, what child?" And they talking about some, "Oh, Jeffrey. Who is Jeffrey? When the last time you? Oh, I'm sorry, we never told you about Jeffrey. Come here, Jeffrey." And Jeffrey come wagging with a long tail from here to downtown Atlanta with 4 feet. Arf, arf, arf. I thought you told me you had a child. Oh, this is my child. People have started putting dogs as childs. So anyway, they bring these dogs in restaurants. Let me tell you, when people go eat out at restaurants, they want to spend time with their family, friends, loved ones, etc., lovers, pluck buddies, and everything else. But nobody don't want your dog near their table. See, this is what happened when I went to this restaurant. It was me, Samantha, Rhonda, and Miss Supermodel. And we went to this, I want to say it was, I forget the name of the restaurant, Jehovah's or something. But we went to the restaurant, and these people, let's say they sitting behind me, they were sitting behind me. It was a table, at least 8 of them. And they had Lassie back there. Well, Samantha, who I was sitting at the table with, Samantha had a problem because Samantha felt like you need to keep your blankety blank dog home. This was a restaurant, and it was a nice restaurant too. I think it's Jehovah's or something. And so that's how she felt. So I'm sitting up there looking at Lassie, And Lassie all but then Samantha's sitting across the table because Samantha's sitting over there. So Samantha's looking like, this don't make no decence. They sitting up here and they done brought this D dog up in here. Don't nobody want to come up in here eating some food, and then they done brought this D dog. Like they think, and so Rhonda opens up her mouth and say, well, some people treat their dogs as children. Samantha says, who the F had, and I'm just paraphrasing what who the F had a dog? So you mean to tell me, somebody over there at the table birthed a dog? So I'm just sitting up there looking. And so Samantha started getting louder and louder. And so Rhonda turned into the white woman. She turned into Rebecca. She turned into Rebecca. Like, okay, I don't know who this lady is. I am not sitting at this table. Do not put me with these people. So I'm sitting up there. I say, Samantha, what if that dog come to the table? Because at one time I thought the dog was going to come to the table, and the dog kept easing over there. So I went to laughing. So Miss Supermodel asked me, or should I say Little Miss Beyonce, she asked me, she told me, Larry, what are you laughing at? I wouldn't ever tell them what I was laughing at, because some people think that I'd be crazy because I just go to laugh. I'd be laughing at some, but sometimes I keep it to myself. And so Rhonda told me something. Well, you know how he do. He just be laughing at anything. You just have to overlook him. I said, no, I'm not just laughing at anything. Because see, I was laughing because I see Lassie back here. And Lassie is starting to ease over at our table. And we already know not Rhonda, but Samantha is on 300. And I say, if this dog come to this table and hello, this dog come to this table and say hello over at this table, Samantha is gonna set this whole restaurant off, and she gonna cut some people out behind and say, y'all should have kept y'all mother effing A's home with this dog. Didn't nobody ask y'all to bring this dog up in this place? You think, because what if you got this air blowing? I don't need to be around. We got our food here, and then air start blowing, and then your dog hair just blow all in the. So I'm sitting up there. I say, if this dog come over to this table, I said, I'm gonna flick my money at y'all like me flipping the money at a stripper, and I'm gonna run out this restaurant because I already know Samantha's gonna set it off at this table, and she gonna cut some people out at the other table for bringing their dog there. But not Samantha did have a point, because I'm like, you got Lassie sitting at the table. You should have left Lassie home. Take Lassie to the academy where they go to the lunchroom and eat food with the other dogs. Have them eat their own caviar restaurants. Bringing Lassie up in here, and then Lassie did sit around him, but I thought Lassie was going, because Lassie seemed like he wanted to ease his way over at our table since it was just right there. So just for some of you, I know some of you love your dogs, and it's okay. But I just want you to know. Now, I'm not speaking for me, because, see, I like dogs. I just named you the type of dogs. I said, oh, that's such a pretty dog. But you keep him over there. You keep her over there. If they're them type of dogs that I just named, now, Doberman Pinscher, a Pit Bull, and a Rock. You keep them over there. Them other dogs, yeah. And sometimes a German Shepherd, but, some of them. But you keep them over there. Just because you love your dog don't mean everyone else love your dog. Because there are some people, if your dog look the wrong way and act like they want to come over there, that may be your last dog with you. Because you thought, because you love your dog, everybody else love your dog. Everybody don't want dogs. They go eat at a nice fine dining restaurant, and they look over, they go Fifi on the table, eating out the plate, which is about, what is this? I think it's against the Georgia Department of Public Health. That's a violation, because that means that same place, that's unsanitary. One restaurant got reported for that. You sitting up there, oh, you want some? You want some, Jeffrey? Here you go. And Jeffrey licking out the plate that Human beings gonna be eating at that same plate because they're gonna take this plate and they're gonna take it back there in the washer and they're gonna wash it. Fifi, Jeffrey, and all of them, they done licked off this plate. Animals. And y'all sit up there and y'all think that's okay. Then y'all want to get mad at the people because they tell y'all what somebody have a problem with them. Okay, they do. Would you have a problem if I brought my lion up into a restaurant? You can't say anything. You brought Lassie up in there. I don't know what Lassie will do. So just to let you all know, you all dog lovers. You love your dog, that's fine. Everybody else, they may not love your dog. Just because you let your dog ride all in the car with you, don't think that I'm gonna let your dog ride all in the car with me. Because for number one, I don't trust your dog and barely trust you. Now I know your dog may get in the car and flip out and start barking and trying to bite me while I'm driving 90 miles an hour. Now we're gonna put dogs to the side. You all get the point. If you don't, you'll learn one day. So I went home Mother's Day weekend. I want y'all to let me see. You all see this? This is a note that I went home this weekend with Mother's Day weekend. It was a wonderful weekend. I um spent time with my mom and my grandmother and my aunt. It was a wonderful weekend and happy belated Mother's Day to all of you mothers that are out there as well. And of course, people that their mothers have deceased and gone on, my prayers is with you as well. Because but anyway, that's another topic. So I went home to spend some time with my mom. And usually when I go home, I usually take a load of clothes with me because I don't feel when I know I'm going home. Usually I let my clothes pile up, and I don't know why I let my clothes pile up because then when I wash them and dry them, I'm not gonna feel like folding them. So it takes me forever to fold them. So I eventually get to folding them. So my mom had this washing machine, and I'm like, you need to get another washing machine because this is. So the note that I just showed you, I'm like, she left me a freaking dissertation. So I went to go wash my clothes and it says you can't put but half a load of clothes. Period. Don't move any knobs except cold. Don't move any knobs except cold, hot, warm. Period. So I can't move it. It's other knobs up there. I can't say if I want this a deep wash, not deep wash, and I can't move it on the other knobs. Should I make this clear? You can move the big knob. Now the big knob it says clothes, whites, linens, knits, and all that. You can move the big knob, but nothing else. Don't put a load or overload the machine because the machine liable to blow up. Because the machine get you. I'm like, man, why don't you just get another washing machine? She told me some well, because she trying to make this washing machine work, and I'm like, because if you put a load of clothes in there, the washing machine goes to walking, screaming, all it just go to screaming all over the place, start walking towards the door, spin water and everything. I don't know what that washing machine capable of. I just did. I said, my. Why didn't you just leave me a note and said the washing machine don't work, don't use it? Or why didn't you just leave me a note that just say if you're gonna wash clothes, half a load, just push start. I said you took the liberty and time to leave me a this. She sat there and wrote this out. She went to work. You sat there and the liberty and time and wrote out a dissertation about a washing machine. Mom, just go buy another one. She talking about some why go buy another one? That one still work. It doesn't work like it should. It doesn't function like it should. When you go use a washing machine, it should function to the capacity that it should function as. Therefore, you can use all the knobs like you should. Not you can only use you got six knobs, but you can only use two of them knobs, and one of them you can only turn to A, D, and B. Because if you move any of the other knobs or turn it to E or F, the washing machine just starts screaming all over the place and everything. And you tell me you don't need another washing machine. I'm saying to myself, just go get another washing machine. At first, I almost like didn't wash my clothes, but I understood because I know that washing machine will have a tantrum when you put too much stuff in there, and especially if you turn it on. That's why you should get stuff that functions. I mean, it did function at one time, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if they was putting shoes in there, bicycles, kitchen sinks. I don't know. I don't know if they were washing the dishes in there. Oh, this is so good. This is Welch's grape juice. I really don't know. I was trying to figure that out. Why this washing machine screams to the top of its lungs when you actually end up putting stuff in there? I think they do be. I think they be putting shoes, flippers, and everything else in there. That's why that washing machine behave this way. Because I said, I was sitting up there, and we just sitting up there, and it was a while back, and the washing machine, it just said, "Ski!" I thought I was gonna have to drop, stop, drop, and roll, or duck, drop, and roll. I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Is that machine about to explode?" She told me some. Oh, it always does it. It shouldn't do that. That's what people do when they have tretch. What is it? Tretch, where they just talking and yeah, my day is going fine. I had a lovely day today. It's Friday, and I have something that I should go do. That's what the washing machine did. I'm like, no, I think I've spent my time up here today. I hope you all enjoyed this live. I'll be back with something else. It was some man that got a. That's what it is. Now y'all know they out here. They forgiving student loans just to let y'all know. So please, some of you all check your emails because our president he just signing all types of stuff up there. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell he doing, but they're forgiving people student loans. So please check your emails. For those of you that don't check your emails, so they're working out. They pushed the loan date back to where you don't have to make any payments to August. Watch, they're gonna keep pushing it. They're gonna still keep pushing this loan date back. They're gonna push it further back than that. I don't know what these people see. You have to. Let me tell you something about politics, y'all. When they point in one direction and you go take your nose over there and you go to sniffing where they point, you might want to be looking over here why they actually point over there. You know, as the Bible says, Selah. You might want to pay some attention to it because you got everything on highlights about student loans. Okay, we done died down from Putin in Ukraine. I guess he thought he was gonna go over there and bully them folks, but they giving him a run for his money. So that's not getting as much attention as it should, even though things are going on over there under the radar that they don't want people to know about. They've taken the attention off of that, so now we're gonna put it back on student loans. And if you notice, they've taken the attention off the date of mandate. They've taken the attention off of the flavors of Welch's juice. They've taken the attention off of vacuum cleaners. Which one you want? Daredevil. What's the other one? Um, Kirby. Well, I forget one of the other. What's the name of that vacuum cleaner over there? I can't see it. So just pay some attention to what's going on, because pieces on the board, on the chessboard, are moving. Now, I would discuss something about one or a particular topic that I mentioned, but I'm not going to discuss it because I'm on a live channel. Some people, this is why I say, when I have these conversations, now I'm jumping to something else. This is why I say you have to pay attention to social media. You have to pay attention to the media. You have to pay close attention to what people say when you hear Tasha K talk about the machine. When you hear that man on, I think I'll stop right there. I think I'll stop right there. You have to be careful what you say. When you start getting a certain amount of followers, subscribers, so all of you people, all of you people out there that you want fame and notoriety and things like that, you might want to think about that to the depthness that it can go. Because are you really getting it? Sila. On that note, it is Friday. This is Funday Friday. I am your host, Larry J. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you click that like button, that share button, and that subscribe button so you know when I come on live. Hopefully, there'll be some more topics to discuss on these lives. So, until next time, make sure you stay prayed up because these are some cuckoo birds out here. Make sure you stay prayed up and listen to the guidance of the Holy Spirit if you got him. But listen to the guidance of him so he can lead you, guide you along the way. Cheers. Have a good night and thank you so much. Bye.